Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Oh, I gotta just fix that. So, I am here today, Jody Fitzgerald, here with Fitz Your Dog Training and Total Welfare. I am a licensed family dog mediator, um, a former nurse, and for more than a decade, I've been dedicated my life to helping dogs and the people who love them. So my heart is keeping dogs in their homes, not surrendered to shelters for rescues because so they are just full, and because understanding support and the right tools with all the right under with the understanding support and the right tools, families can succeed together. So if you're stressed or ashamed or frustrated or simply unsure of how to help your dog, you're not alone. And there's a better way forward. My goal is to always help both ends of the leash live a better, easier, more connected life. Today's topic, what I wanted to talk about, was your dog's body language, their whole truth. Dogs have a whole inner world, a truth that most people never get taught to read. Dogs are taking information every second, every sight, every sound, every scent, every movement, any environmental change, something's moved, something is happening uh, over there. They're all filtered. These things are all taken in by dogs, and they're all filtered through their genetics, emotions, and experiences. And our job as caregivers is to help them process the world safely. One of the most powerful ways to do that is by truly learning to understand your dog's body language. Fix this here. There we go. Why body language matters is because it's not just about preventing problems, it's about recognizing when your dog is unsure, when your dog is overwhelmed, when a dog is curious, and when they're saying, yes, I'm comfortable, or when they're saying, no, I need some space. This is all communication. This is respect, and it's the foundation of trust. People often assume that dogs will just do everything we ask. Hogan, sorry, I got barkers. Humans often assume that dogs just should do everything we ask them without hesitation, without feelings, without choice. But dogs have minds, they have emotions, needs, and opinions, just like us. Learning their yes or no can change everything. Incorporating the legs model into it, I want to remind everybody that learning is a huge part of the legs model for both dogs, and this works with humans for humans too. Learning isn't something that we expect our dogs to do, it's something we participate right alongside them. When we stay open to learning, we understand our dogs better, we communicate better, we create an environment where both ends of the leash can thrive. Dogs remind us that behavior doesn't come from one place. The legs reminds us that it comes from learning, environment, genetics, and the dog's self. And when we learn with our dog, not just about our dog, everything becomes clearer and more connected. So, how can you get better at understanding your dog? One of the simplest tools, watch your dog. Just watch your dog without expecting anything from them. Just observe. Observe them. Even sit down with them and sit on the floor or just sit on the couch and watch them. You'll notice tiny signals, a shift in weight, you know, maybe a little half step back, softening of the eyes, maybe a lip lick, a tail lowering just slightly. These little movements speak volumes in dog language. Another very helpful thing that I have done that can make you really help to understand and recognize and see these little movements in your dog is just by videotaping them. Videotaping them when they're doing things, sniffing, exploring, navigating the yard. never, video them, maybe watching you even do a little few things with them and see if you catch different behaviors and movements that they're making without you realizing that they're doing it. Sometimes they're very subtle, but dogs are constantly communicating. And remember, they're also studying you. So your posture, your tone, your breathing, your dog is reading it all. I've always encouraged myself and people to take a breath and just try and be calm and not let their emotions and worries about what might happen with the dog, as in if they see it, somebody in the distance, and when they stiffen up and you get worried, or you even take a breath in, your dog is noticing it all. One of my favorite things to do with my dogs to connect with them is to say what they love out loud by talking about what they're interested in. Like, that must be the best blade of grass ever. I can't tell you how many times I've said that to my dogs. And wow, that smell must be great, or it's really important. It's a great message. It's like social media for them when they're sniffing and reading things. It's theirs. They're getting to um, read about them, who's gone by, and maybe where they've been or what they've eaten. It's so very interesting, and they love it. It's communication for them, and it's like updating on news. So this stuff is really important to them, and you can even say things like, did you notice that?" Or encourage their curiosity, or "What is that?" And I have seen so many dogs look at me and say, "Well, look at me," and say, "You understood it too? You see it too?" It's amazing when you get to see these moments because you're building connection, and that's more powerful than any command can ever be. I like to always let dogs be dogs, and if they like to play, or by encouraging curiosity. Play is one of my favorite windows into a dog's truth. When a dog's play their most authentic selves, open, joyful, expressive, that parts of them and that part of their self comes out. So I encourage curiosity. I encourage pure exploration. Encourage them to go check something out. Encourage their natural behaviors whenever it is safe to do so, because that's where relationship lives. We're still learning. There's so much to learn about dogs and about their body language. There is exciting research being done on facial muscles, micro expressions, and emotional communication. Researchers are discovering more every year about how dogs express themselves. And the more they learn, the better we can support them. I love being a part of the Family Dog Mediators there's trainers, behaviors professionals, breeders, veterinarians, groomers, all sorts of people who work and volunteer with rescue and sheltering, and who are committed to helping humans understand dogs through science, compassion, and total welfare. Your dogs give us so much unconditional love, and we get to give some of them back. Life gets so much easier for you and your dog when you recognize how they're feeling and what they're trying to say. From their nose to their tail, every dog is unique, but every dog is communicating. I want to thank you very much for joining me today and for listening to this video. I love dogs with my whole heart, and I love helping people who love them. Give your dogs a little unconditional love today. They give it to us every single day. I want to make sure you have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the next episode of A Dog's View. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this with anybody struggling with their dog, or if you would like a little more clarity, or to catch these tips and suggestions again, because this is very, very important information and how you can have a better relationship with your dog and every dog. And if you need, I'll put my link in the link. I will put for my calendar in the comments, and it's already in the bio here. Have a great day.